All right, everyone. Really nice day in chat today. Appreciate all the teamwork. Let me just start with this and get it out of the way. I know I put it in every video, but we always have new members popping in. So I want new members to pause the video and read that to get a feel for what we're all about in chat. I already made a video. So if you follow me on Twitter, StockTwits, or YouTube, I already made a video. So I won't go into the details here, but DJT, there was the call, and there are the stat catalysts. There's a screenshot of my post. And that thing ended up going up over 20 bucks. So that was a day maker right there for me. SPY gapped up today, sold off, and ended up going out near the highs. I also want to give a hat tip to Andy in chat, VRDN. I don't have it in front of me. He called VRDN on a red to green, which by our definition is back through the opening price, which was 16.11. Risk was about 30 cents, and it went all the way to 18.68. That was just actually went higher than that, my bad. 18.98. A great post by Andy in chat. SMMT, I called over 19.25. I'll bring that up real quick. It was looking for a second day play, right? I called SMMT over 19.25, and it went to 22. Well, no, it went higher too. It went to 23.10. On about 60 cents risk that didn't stop out. So anyway, some good stuff in chat. That's just a few of them. Again, I don't use this video to highlight all of them, but I like to at least do some hat tips in there. So let me go into what we're watching for tomorrow, right? These are stocks that may give us a setup tomorrow. VRDN, huge move, definitely goes on watch. NNE, kind of a sleeper pick. But these little baby nuclear plays, if you will, had a nice headline. Larry Ellison talking about AI, and these are going to power AI, right? So it got to pop. This NNE got to pop. Not a nice volume, but certainly not a big rip. And the daily chart, not that pretty, but it goes on watch anyway. In that same space, OKLO, you can see the rise in volume there. Also, not a pretty chart, but those two make the watch list. All right. Lunar, LUNR, certainly interesting back over this horizontal line, over $6. But, and this is one of my problems, I love it over 6, but you also have to look and say, well, where's it just come from, right? And it's come from, over the last 3 days, the high 4s, right? So if it gets up there, probably a smarter short, right? I mean, because it's in a range from here to here. But I do want to see what it looks like. If it absolutely rips through 6 with fervor, then it becomes a potential pullback play for me, right? So, I mean, there's always ways to play it, but just keep in mind it's kind of extended in the short term, right? RLAY, big rip yesterday, quiet inside day today. Maybe not that quiet, still had big range, but just looking for a third day play in that one. FBLG, nice volume today. Maybe something's up there. APLD, I like the inside day after yesterday's big rip. Probably one of my favorites going into tomorrow. SHOT, kind of a sleeper pick again, but it gapped up, to this area, I don't know, a week and a half ago, and went sideways, and now with a little extra volume, it's trying to break out, so that one could be worth watching. BYON, little mini breakout there, could have a follow-through day. ALT had a nice headline today, but closing, well off its highs, certainly worth keeping on watch. CRMD, up to recent highs here, tried to take them out, and then closed a little bit below recent highs, but I like the volume. Keep in mind that big volume spike there, still only 1.5 million shares, so that tells you it's kind of a thinner stock, right? ASO, nice volume spike. You can tell it had a big intraday reversal today. It sells off and then goes out at almost the highs. That makes that one interesting to me. GTLB, back up. I'll put a horizontal line. You can kind of see, you could argue a big old cup and handle forming, but certainly interesting over that horizontal line there. BIRK. This one is kind of, trap isn't the right word, but I'm sort of stuck having to keep putting it on watch because I started watching it for a bounce somewhere around here and it just keeps putting in red days and hasn't given a setup yet. So I just keep putting it back on bounce watch, right? I'm just looking for a snapback bounce for an intraday trade. It's definitely getting closer to this, 42 area support. So anyway, it goes right back on the bounce play watch list. Same with KBR. Same with GAP, these are all potential bouncers that have just been down several days in a row, and ENR, right? Overdue for a bounce there too. And then I'm going to put UA, which is Under Armour, on bounce watch. Kind of accelerating to the downside here and getting pretty close to an area that has bounced nicely off of. So there you go. And I will see everybody in pre-market. Hopefully some of you show up in pre-market and work with me to help build a gap playlist for tomorrow to add to these to watch. And some good trades today. Appreciate the teamwork, and let's do it again tomorrow.